I think what's been really exciting as we talk about the transition of this out of my career but into the role is that, as you said, the causes that have been very important to me I can focus even more energy on, because very early out of the gate I think you realize once you have access or a voice that people are willing to listen to, with that comes a lot of responsibility, which I take seriously. And it was really one of the first things we connected on. It was one of the first things we started talking about when we met, was just the different things that we wanted to do in the world and how passionate we were about seeing change. I think that was, that's what got date 2 in the books, probably.
Plenty to talk about.
My name is Harry, I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
The abuse of Meghan Markle by the British media was so bad that cross-party female MPs had to call it out. This, by the way, all happened when she was still living under British royal family's roof. It happened when she couldn't even have much of a say about what's being said about her. Okay, so that's the thing, the squad are bringing the receipts. Okay, excellent. That was back in 2019. I've got a phone call. It was Buckingham Palace asking me, was I available to speak to the Duchess of Sussex. Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, called at Harley Lunch 5 this morning to say thank you. It comes after the Halifax MP sent her a cross-party letter of solidarity from female MPs. This is what's good when something is happening in the moment, okay, where you have to make quick decision. This is where you know if people's intention, character come into play. What kind of a decision this person will be making in the time of need, or when, you know, when things is really hot. So when these things like that happen, you know that there are some good people out there who needs to, you know, who stand up for what is right. But unfortunately, the darkness is so vast, and so many people, their minds are very weak and easily influenced by negativity. It's really hard for the push you know, the pull, that huge black of darkness that I was talking about, that I said, you know, maybe it's difficult for me to explain, and light is pushing to. This is the thing here. So many eyes and minds were so dark, and still are, in the US, and the UK. So these women who signed that, whoever came up with the idea, prop to her, and then the others to put their names to it for the history purposes. Okay, 1 minute and 32 seconds. Let's listen.
You got an unexpected phone call this morning.
Yes, I did, here in Westminster. Got a phone call. It was Buckingham Palace asking me was I available to speak to the Duchess of Sussex. She was calling to thank myself and other women MPs for standing with her, sending the open letter to say we as women in public office absolutely understand what she's going through, although in very different public roles. We stand with her in solidarity to say that we shouldn't be tearing down women in public life through the press or otherwise. And so, yes, she was pleased to have seen that letter.
And what did you say to her?
As a fairly new mum myself, the challenges of both being in the public eye, managing childcare, managing public responsibilities cannot all be a challenge. So we did discuss that, but yeah, we were quite happy to stand with her and recognize.
You know what I like? The way she responded to it. Not to say exactly what was said, but she make a reference in terms of parenting. Okay, give you a broader idea instead of word by word, and then, you know, the same people who's asking the question will twist her word later on. So I like the way, well, she's a politician. She knows what's up. So I like the way she responds to that.
Recognising that what she's going through has on occasion had xenophobic undertones. We're not happy about that at all. We stand with her in challenging that, and we will look to do everything we can at this end if some of our national press do not have a healthier, shall we say, interests in her life.
and you think there are colonial racist undertones to it.
I do. I've been really concerned about some of the narratives, some of the articles that have been incredibly sexist, but also that she is not from this country, she's from elsewhere, and that we're not happy about that. I'm afraid that's unacceptable in this day and age.
The other thing that I see out of the MPs, the female MPs who spoke out, it also shows the world that it's not the entire UK that's like that. It differentiates them with the rest of the barbaric people in the UK that have the mic and who's making the UK look really, really bad. You know, so them doing this, it shows the world it's not the entire UK that's like that. So I sort of like this, like the thing that they did to make sure that the world know it's not the entire UK that's like that. All right, so let's continue.
She's here, she's married our prince, they've got a young son. We really want to welcome her to our society, and I'm afraid not all of the articles in our national press really reflect that, and it's time that that stops.
And what's really sad about this, what she just said here, the country has even gotten worse. Don't even want to bring, you know, immigrants. They kick them out. So the country has even gotten worse. Okay, you're so pretty. Why are you so pretty? She was welcomed very happily initially, but her diva behavior began to grate. What? The taxpayers funded baby shower. What? Taxpayers? That wasn't her friend who did. Oh my lord. What? Taxpayers? My goodness. Without a passport. She said her passport was taken from her, preaching about global poverty but spending $1 million in a year of her wardrobe. That's her money. She works for it. Okay, you can tell people what to do with their money, but yet, oh my lord, let me read this. Okay, no, I cannot see it when it she said on Oprah that okay, so let's just nonsense. Her friends did the baby shower. Her friends, rich friend, Savina William, her co-stars, Abigail and some other groups. Okay, her rich friends. All right, so there's Miss Doria here. When Kate and William talk about mental health next week, remember they didn't care about mental health of their own family member. It is too late for Kate and William to preach mental health and Black History Month. It feels fake. I don't believe them. Definitely. They need, okay, if they go to evaluation during mental health day and say, yeah, they have a problem, maybe I will believe them. But them being on the other side to dictate to people about mental health, nah. I don't think so. So there's Miss Doria. I remember before the docuseries and all of that, I was like, I never hear Miss Doria's voice. The only time I sort of had a hint of her voice was during the, I think, the cookbook. When it was unveiling, she was there, and I hear her voice very slightly in the background. After that, I never hear her voice, and I was like, once I hear her voice, it will be music to my ear. But unfortunately, when I finally hear her voice, was a time where she was sharing her distress and her feeling about what her daughter was going through. And thank God, looking at it now, all I'm seeing now, her dancing at the Beyonce's concert. So there's a different perspective of me watching this again. All right, so let's listen. 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Well, I knew that it was bad, but to just constantly be picked at by these vultures, just picking away at her spirit, that she would actually think of not wanting to be here. That
remember she did a marathon for I think for people who does suicide or something like that. So she was going through some stuff. She was going through some stuff herself, and many of I think there are some tweets, some videos where I spoke about her not even knowing what she was feeling at that time. And you could feel no mother should go through what their kids are going through like that. And, you know, on the stage, world stage like that. So you could just imagine what she went through. Now she's explaining it to us, letting us know exactly how she was feeling at that time. It's very sad. We could understand her pain.
It's not an easy one for a mom to hear. You know,
Yeah, we know.
and
Wow.
and I can't protect her. H can't protect her. She's
Wow. Very painful to watch.
I would fall.
And then to see the father is doing the opposite, adding to her pain as well. Very sad. Very sad.
I'd rather get destroyed in the press than play along with this game or this business of trading. And to see my brother's office copy the very same thing that we promised the two of us would never ever do, that was heartbreaking.
So Harry had to go through some stuff to see it. He had to go through some stuff to see it, unfortunately.
Part of what made the inability of the palace to defend Meghan an even bigger disaster is at the centre of the argument for the monarchy in this country is the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth is 2.5 billion, mainly black and brown people. Here was a woman who just looked like most of the people in the Commonwealth. And they somehow, for some reason, couldn't find the capacity to protect her, to represent her, to stand by her, to take on vested power in her name.
As I'm listening to this and I'm hearing about the Commonwealth countries, I hope, I'm praying, please protect your homeland, because these people are destroying their own land right now. In a sense, you may not see it, okay? Not the same way where, let me not go there because it's really hard to explain, but protect your own land. That's all I'm gonna say about the Commonwealth. Protect it. Don't let them come and take it over, because when these people moved certain places, they don't want to abide by the law that's already in that particular land. They want to take it over and create their own stupidity in it. So I want you guys to protect what you have already established, how you want to be treated. If you handed it out to them, you're gonna go back to square one again. Okay, so let me just leave it as that. Let's continue.
To fight for her.
Like that system, whether it's my family, whether it's staff, whether it's PR, whoever it is, have already missed an enormous opportunity with my wife and how far that would go globally.
Harry saw it.
What?
Harry saw it. Harry was too smart for this, for these people. Okay, it's incredibly sad, and he's right. It is a huge missed opportunity, but they can't stand letting a brown-skinned woman have that much unofficial power. It terrified all the powerful, faceless men. The thought if giving up any power, brown and black people terrified them because they know how badly they have been treated by them and people like them. I think she is an amazing person. Both of them are. They both deserve so much better. I'm actively and vocally cheering them on from Western Australia. I'll never see a racist or bullying social media post and walk past. I stop and call it out. And I'll keep doing it, even if it takes a lifetime. Well said, Linda. Also protect your own mental health, because those hateful people are just plain too evil and it can get to you. That's a very good advice. Sometimes you just need to step back. Okay, let it, or just black them. Don't give them fuel. Black them, and then, you know, let other people knows what you saw, so that way you don't they don't have the spread power. Okay, wait, I'm confused. I thought Willie Leaks and KKK were busy with Black History Month. I saw this a while back, but I didn't share it, but there it is here. Okay, whatever is here, that's it. This part brought tears to my eyes. I know there's a love. Me too. just so horrendous, and all could have been avoided. Total hypocrisy. It's worse than fake. It's so corrupt. The language and posture of something they are deeply opposed to and unabashedly are contemptuous of in order to sell a certain image of themselves. It's beyond offense. It's evil. The loss of our Meghan and the royal family will be the loss wherever they go in the Commonwealth. Australia doesn't want the next games in their land. Who else will spend billions of their money to light up the royals? Not one put their hands up. Let's see how it goes. So let's go to the next tweet. Oh my god, I am already an hour. So there's a possibility I might make this video into 2. I'm just gonna keep on recording. Alright, so there's another one here. When Kate and William talks about mental health next week, remember they didn't stand with the newest family member. Just like they did not stand with her against racist abuse, it's too late to suddenly care about mental health and Black History Month. Okay, 2 minutes and 19 seconds. How conveniently, Black History Month and Mental Health Day is the same on the same month. Okay, it's playing.
So right now, let's join together across the UK and reach out to someone.
If you're struggling, it's important to talk about it. Or if you know someone who is acting differently, it's okay to ask how they are.
And by the way, this video, I saw it a little bit after I finished edit my yesterday video. And then I quickly recorded that and inserted it in my last video. All right, let's listen.
Not many people have asked if I'm okay.
And the answer is, would it be fair to say not really okay, and it's really been a struggle?
Yes.
You have to prioritise your mental health. You have to say to yourself at some point, because it's very easy to run away from it,
They're just doing lip service. If you're saying something, okay, and this is what's popular, they find a way to include themselves to give lip service. But there's nothing of authenticity where they truly believe on what they're saying. They're just giving you lip service. That's all it is.
To walk away from it and avoid it the whole time. Someone has to take the lead and has to be brave enough to force that conversation. Someone has to take the lead and has to be brave enough to force that conversation. And has to be brave enough to force that conversation.
I don't think that's necessarily beneficial to anybody. But, our mental health campaign, Heads Together, back in the UK, is a classic example of where we were able to bring together 8 charities within the mental health sector.
With your mic. I'm so sorry.
No worries, thank you. We were able to bring together 8 mental health charities that have been working in the sector for many, many, many years. But being able to bring them together and say, right, you guys have never sat around a table together and discussed the main issues. What we want to be able to do now is, through our foundation, create a platform in which your expertise and your experience is elevated. And therefore, you tell us what needs to be done around mental health within the UK and globally. And they said, if you can remove the stigma, that makes our life a lot easier. So that's exactly what we did. We tried to remove the stigma and tried to normalise the discussion around mental health.
To walk away from it and avoid it the whole time. Someone has to take the lead and has to be brave enough to force that conversation.
Look, I was really ashamed to say it at the time, and ashamed to have to admit it to Harry, especially, because I know how much loss he's suffered. But I knew that if I didn't say it, that I would do it, and I just didn't want to be alive anymore.
I'm sorry, I don't believe a word she says, Meghan Markle.
Well, that's
I wouldn't believe it if she read me a weather report.
Someone...
I'm not taking anything they said at face value, I'm afraid.
As part of the legacy of the Heads Together campaign, we wanted to do our best to make it easier for people to start to get the help they need.
I went to the institution, and I said that I needed to go somewhere to get help. I said that I've never felt this way before, and I need to go somewhere. And I was told that I couldn't, that it wouldn't be good for the institution. This wasn't a choice. This was emails and begging for help, saying very specifically, I am concerned for my mental welfare.
We wanted to work with all of you to change the national conversation on mental health.
The squad is good. The squad is good for putting this together. This is really gold mine.
There's more work to do, but something has really started to change.
I've had some messages communicated to me on behalf of several members of the royal family. Upper level. We're very grateful that. Well, I'm not going to go into who it was, but what I would say is gratitude that somebody was standing up for me.
This is sad. Wow. All right. Let's read some of the comment. The UK royal family clan has ignored both mental health and Black history for as long as possible and only recently been performative in both issues to try and plump up their reputation. I don't foresee the royal family ever changing their long-time stance on either. Exactly. So desperate. I didn't even know there was a Black History Month until Meghan was over there. I never knew they had a Black History Month in the UK. So desperate and empty at Kensington Palace. Okay, at Kensington Royal. Okay, Kensington Royal. So desperate and empty at Kensington Royal. Kensington Royal can support their own wounded at IG, but they threw Kate in a wheelchair. Yeah, I saw this nonsense. Can support a family member begging for help, but they give lip service to, mental health. They give lip service to mental health, can support the Black woman and their own family, but they will give lip service in Wales. Embarrassing. Well, this is the way they've been playing. This is the way they've been playing throughout their existence. So it's worked for them. So it's up to the UK to decide, just like the Chinese said. That business person or diplomat, whoever he was, is up to the UK to decide which government they want. Okay, this is a video to be played back on Tuesday, which is the World Mental Health Day. Next tweet. There's more comment, but let's move on. Oh my God, it's 4:20. Alright, so there's this here. A gentle touch can convey more intimacy than 1,000 words. There's a heart. His love language is definitely physical touch. There's a loving eye. 45 seconds. I think there's a music. Yeah, there's a music. I muted. You could watch the video. He was so happy to bring her over there to see some of the things that he experienced, to share some of his thing with her, but they rejected her. Sad. And him too. There's the touching. He loves his Meghan. It's playing over again. That's me here responding. I forgot I did. Okay, the Sussex Squad IQ to detail is top notch. There's me here. Someone responded, precisely because we have time for our faves only. You won't find us invading the Ranger space unless if it's a pushback. That's the thing. This is the thing that I was saying from the beginning of this video. I don't know if I'm gonna make it 2 videos. There's the thumbs up. I think Harry can sense when Meghan starts to feel either overwhelmed or uncomfortable. That's when his gentle touch comes out to reassure. You might be right. I never thought about that. Yes, the gentle touch. Try and fake that. LOL, no one can copy this. As we all know, it was against the protocol. We know everything they do now is performative. Even Kate knew her hand had to be on her purse and had to be a mile away from him. Well, if she tried, she's gonna get humiliated, and he's gonna tell her, don't touch him. Okay, touch is definitely their love language. Alright, there's more, but let's move on. Next tweet. I have 2, 4, 5 more. There's that. Okay, Harry and Meghan's engagement night. Okay, 51 seconds.
Your Royal Highness Meghan Markle, congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
Can we start with the proposal and the actual moment of your engagement? When did it happen? How did it happen?
I did want a bottle of champagne.
I like the way Meghan turned around to look at Harry. Let's move it back.
Actual moment of your engagement. When did it happen? How did it happen?
I did want a bottle of champagne while she was roasting a chicken and tobacco. Slightly gave the game away because you never drink champagne. What's the occasion? I said, oh no, just had it lying around there.
It was a magnum.
She'd already moved Guy over, so I had Guy as on the stick.
My dog.
Because he still couldn't go away.
Meghan understand his little jokes. This is why she's always laughing when he's talking to her ear. Okay, there will be some screenshot. I'm sorry about that because YouTube will be blocking if I don't interrupt it in some shape or form. Alright, guy better start spilling some major tea. LOL. Or laughing my ass off. That's why he is their BFF. He doesn't spill tea. The story that dog witnessed. 67 people like it. There's to comment here. LOL. What I love most about their interaction is how they feed off of each other, and the little approval they seek from each other is just so cute. Absolutely adorable. Her laughter here always sends me, there's the laugh here. They are so funny together. Yep. Next tweet. Okay, so there's that here, a GIF. One of the most iconic moments of Meghan Markle was not attend that coronation, and still she was the topic of conversation on that day. There's that GIF. Right? Okay, oh, with that being said, I want to put, I just thought about that, the grand entrance with the squad voiceover. Oh my god, this is so freaking iconic. I love it. So I'm gonna put it here just because I'm thinking of it while I'm recording.
Yes, it's me. And you guys are angry about it. Oh my god, I make y'all feel that. Well, this will not take long. Well, I just wanted to pop up here and show y'all how I'm doing. I'm doing great. I'm looking great. I'm feeling great, you know. I'm over here very booked and busy while you bitches over here are still looking raggedy and not doing shit. Wow. But anyway, I just want to let y'all know I'm not going anywhere. So talk your shit, you shitholes. You can't defeat a bad bitch. You just cannot do that. I rise above that. Ew. So I just wanted to say, hey, and that I'm here to stay, and you gonna be mad every day. Success.
Okay, she said what she said, and she said no. There's more GIF. She had that little island and tears iconic behavior. Alright, her silk press and 2-minute video trend for 2 weeks before the shiny hat ceremony, and on the day and the day after, and her hubby tapped the survey of people they were interested in seeing on the day, and he was only there for 2 hours and then even stay for lunch. I want this level of irrelevance. The way she put that. This is pretty much a summary of what happened. Alright, that's a different language. Yeah, that's a different. Okay, not all positive talk. Let's see here. Not any positive talk. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Oh, did I think I just deleted the thing. Yeah, I just deleted it on my list. Let's Control Z. Yep, there it is. Okay, Harry and Meghan. This is them. Sharing the. I'm telling you, Harry, when there's food, he will eat. I was reading some of the comment here and I didn't even realize that. So it's like Harry tasted the food first and then allowed Meghan to taste it later. Let's see here. That comment here. Harry ate it first, just in case. I love King Harry for Queen Meghan. I don't even think that's what he was thinking, but if that's the reason, okay. Okay, what is Harry's problem? There's a laugh here. There's a whole plate of samosas right there, but my guy is eyeing the one on Meghan's hand. Never change, Harry. Never change. Yeah, I think he bit it first and then Meghan took a bite later. You know, Harry could eat. Harry could eat. I'm telling you, now he's probably having the best meal ever. Very seasoned. Oh my God, I almost dropped my lamp. My desk lamp. Okay, next tweet. Oh my God, I saw this. I was starting to laugh. Okay, good morning, squaddies. This is the thing sometimes the squad will do. They do something to make you laugh. That was Saturday morning. Good morning, squaddies. The Nugget thinks this will be a great idea for a Netflix series. LOL. She cried to get rid of her now. She's taking over her life. There's this here. That's Kate, and there's the glasses. There's Meghan on it. duplicate. Oh my god, Netflix, and there's those writing here. Okay, just telling you, I stole that picture. It's fine. This is how we fight back against the Rangers and the UK media. I started creating things like posters and tabloids to defend Princess Meghan. Creepy. I feel like I'm watching single white female play out in real life. Okay, her wearing Princess Meghan's crossover shoes was what made me realize the depth of crying Karen insanity. Alright, whatever's there, and then that's it. I really like that title. Harry and Meghan can produce and direct it for Netflix. There's the thumbs up. The squad will provide all the duplicate receipt. LOL. Haha, duplicate versus replicate. There's a laugh. Now that's the kind of theme for a few movie franchise. Replicate is season 2. Alright, let's go to the next one. Okay, I'm almost done. I have one more after this. Alright, so there's this here. No regrets. We are moving on to bigger and better things. See you all on Tuesday and Big Apple. Alright, so 28 seconds.
Move was really scary. Like at every possible opportunity, the forces that were working against us tried to make it impossible. Did I expect to find ourselves in this situation so quickly? No. I think we've done a really good job. And I have no regrets. It's incredibly sad, but I have no regrets at all because now I'm in a place where I feel as though I should have been 4 years ago. Move.
Alright, so it's playing really over. Scary. There's no comments. Let's go to the next one, and this is my last one. Okay, so what is this? Oh, this one I shared it on my community board. It's very interesting. I'm glad this is the last one, and I removed the politics and put it near the beginning. This has got to be extroverts. My thoughts are always going a mile a minute. Okay, is it true? I always figured most people had an internal monologue, but as it turns out, most people don't have an inner monologue. According to research, only 30 to 50% of people have inner monologues, which means up to 70% of people don't have a talkative brain. And my only thing was that, how do they come up with their final decision of anything, any situation? How do you come up with your solution of certain things? What makes you, okay, I'm going to open the door. Didn't you think of something before that to say you need to do this? So this is the inner thought that goes in. Wow. That's very sad to see some people don't have that inner thought. There was a video in there that I saw. I hope I see it. All right, let's see here. I just had this convo last night. I asked my friend what was on his mind, and he said it was just blank. I was so surprised. I'm constantly processing multiple thoughts at any given moment. Wow, I even think in 3D with... Oh, look at me. So I'm not the only one. Some of the things that I usually say on my podcast, I see them in images, and I have to describe my image to you guys so you can understand what I'm saying, what I'm seeing. Wow, I even think in 3D with a full vast of voices, special effects. Oh no, I don't think I go that far. Special effects and the whole nine. I have an entire Universal Studio in my head 24/7. The hard part is translating into real-time spoken language and written words that are as good as the inner production. Oh my God, this is me here, except with that special effect thing. Look in this video where I'm saying I'm seeing things. You see the light pushing to that thick wall of darkness, and we behind it helping pulling the darkness from covering the light while the light is pushing through. So these are the kind of images that I see in my head. Okay, so I'm not crazy. Phew. It's not me only. There's me reading this. So that's pretty much here. Black demographics. All right, so let me bookmark this. Oh, there was comment here. And I wonder why my friend can keep up with my multiple conversation. I love this. I get like this sometimes. Okay, so I'm not the only one. All right, I just came from here. Let's read some more. There's another video that I saw and I want to share it with you. There's a peer review research showing that introverts tend to have higher baseline level of background brain activity compared to extroverts. So they find additional external stimuli aversive, whereas extrovert with low baseline activity find external stimuli pleasing. Okay, I don't believe the no inner dialogue percentage is that high. I don't think folks understand the question. Alright, I don't talk back and forth with myself like a conversation, but I say words and phrases out loud in my head all the time. When I don't, there's still constant thoughts. And alright, and okay, so this one continue. And what? Okay, my head when I don't still thoughts and ideas. I agree. Okay, agree. I think 70% didn't want to admit they don't know what the monologue is. Okay, my inner monologues has an inner monologues. No, I don't mean I hear voices. My mind say hi as soon as I wake up. I wait till I beg for it to quiet when I need to sleep. Okay, I saw an interesting thread a while back, and some people without them chimed in. They just then generally think in words that way rather than a stream of language. It was more concept images. Okay, so the images do come to some people's mind. Look at it. There's a couple other tweets, other podcasts where I say I see things in images. So, okay. So it's not just me here. I don't say words or phrases either unless I need to type, write, and sometimes speak, but not always. Wow, I thought everyone had an inner monologue running at times. Okay, the people who are saying constant monologues, I'm very unsure if they're thinking words about everything like, I would like a snack. I think I have a cookie. Also, I want water. I need a cup. I just get cookie and water vibes to and go get them. Okay, but whatever. So let me see if I see that video. Okay, this video here is 3 minutes. It's even longer. All right, what it's like living without an inner monologue. This one, I don't think she understands, because there's some stuff that you have to go through every day where you have to think. The thinking process of things, I think, sometimes create a monologues on your head. So how do you come with a solution of things? All right, let me read this too, and then after that, I'll do a prayer after I watch the video. It's super scary to me that so many people don't have an inner monologue. What's LA? Not only is my brain talkative, it's sing constantly in the background of my mind. I agree. I thought most folks were the same, or at least had a conscious or talkative brain and a better description. I like that. Okay, so let's listen to this. Let's go into that.
Sometimes I say things that other people probably just think to themselves and just keep in their head, and that's, that's fine, keep it to yourselves. It's probably better. Hi, I'm Olivia Rivera, and I don't have an internal monologue. This is something that's kind of been going around the internet lately. If you've seen it, some people have an internal dialogue or an internal monologue where it's more of a constant stream of thoughts. I, on the reverse hand, feel that my thought process is more like sporadic or random jot notes. It's not my voice talking all the time, and it's more like I'm just seeing lines of thought, and maybe they have voices associated to them or tones associated to them, but not necessarily my voice. If you're typing something on a computer and the lines are just kind of like appearing on the screen, I think that's kind of how my brain works, and that's why jot notes feel like the best way to describe it. When I hear that other people have like a constant kind of dialogue and stream in their head, and that when they're doing a task, they'll just be thinking about things the entire time they're doing a task, it actually kind of feels a little overwhelming. Like how do you deal with that, and how does that feel? I always thought it was something that people just manifested and made up for movies and books and characters, just to kind of like explain your inner thought process and like have like a way to explain your inner thought process. But I didn't realize that it was actually that constant for people, that people did actually have a little kind of voice in their head telling them different things and what to do and what to think and stuff like that. I don't have that. Sometimes I will just speak it out loud. I find that, especially when I'm alone, I'll just kind of like, encourage myself out loud. versus kind of saying it in my head. Music lyrics come into my head a lot, and I'll hear the music as the singer sings it. So thinking my thoughts through before I say something, that is something that I never ever was good at when I was growing up. I constantly get in trouble, especially my mom. She'd try to kind of instill in me, no, you have to think before you speak, because I would often put my foot into my mouth and say something that I probably shouldn't have said. As I grew up, it didn't get better. I didn't think before I spoke. It's almost like I just got better at reading the situation subconsciously and knowing what to say and what to respond with. Because I'm not running things through my mind first, it does kind of lose that filter first, and that kind of contributes to the whole, like, people often know what I'm thinking because I will say exactly what I'm thinking. I think it is something that we should know more about, because I think that helps knowing how other people think. You can kind of react better and maybe expect less or more for a situation, because you can understand how they might be actually thinking in their heads better.
Alright, so I have nothing to say. Alright, let's do a prayer. Prayer, I just wanted you guys to see what she was saying, listen to what she was saying. Prayer for light over darkness. Let's see if there's something. Okay, so there's one. Lord, hear our prayer. You have always shown us the way from darkness into the light. For those struggling now to see the light, we ask that you shine it a bit brighter in our world. Grant us all the grace to see a way forward to the present darkness. That's very good. I like that one. So next time, if this prayer come into mind again, I'll go to some images. I'm sure there's a lot of images, right? I could pick from there. So I hope next time I remember this, because lately we do need prayer for light over darkness, because too many people are blind. All right, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that is it. Thank you for your support.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness, and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. are all in this together. And if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.